Would use something like cinnamon to make it. God, oh God. Dear Jesus. Hi there. Welcome to our site, where you can discover the true tales behind the news. The victories, the setbacks, and all points in between. We're talking about a story today that is both tragic and shocking. Chris Merrick and Amy Roloff were involved in an automobile crash. Amy's body was charred in portions when the moving car caught fire. Amy Roloff is in extremely severe condition. She was admitted to the hospital. Amy is battling death. After a terrible accident that could alter everything, that quest is now in jeopardy. We'll walk you through it step by step, using medical insights, family comments, and eyewitness testimonies to create a realistic picture of what actually transpired. Let's go back to the first step. How did Amy Roloff end up here, and who is she? Born in Michigan on September 17, 1962, Amy Jo Roloff was raised in a devoted and hardworking household. Aroplasia, a type of dwarfism, caused her to be 4 feet 2 inches, but she didn't allow her height stop her from pursuing her goals. She had dreamed of a family-oriented, adventurous life since she was a young child. Amy acquired her entrepreneurial drive while studying business at Central Michigan University. She met Matt Roloff there, a small man with lofty goals. After getting married in 1987, they established the 109-acre Roloff Farms in Halvatia, Oregon, which became the center of their family's existence. The twins Jeremy and Zachary, as well as Jacob and Molly, were the 4 children they raised together. Like his parents, Zachary was also born with dwarfism, which gave their family's history a special twist. Little People, Big World, which debuted on TLC in 2006, followed the Roloffs' everyday lives, agricultural struggles, and life achievements. Over the course of 25 seasons, Amy inspired countless viewers worldwide with her fortitude, humor, and faith while juggling marriage, family, and the spotlight. It wasn't always picture perfect, though. The cameras exacerbated the tensions in Amy and Matt's marriage. After 27 years of marriage, they got a friendly divorce in 2016 with an emphasis on co-parenting and the future of the farm. Even after leaving the farm, Amy continued to be quite active in family gatherings. She shared her knowledge and love of cooking in publications like A Little Me and short and simple family recipes. She became a popular speaker on subjects like accepting diversity and overcoming hardship, and her baking company took off. Then, in 2016, love discovered Amy once more. Chris Merrick, a kind real estate agent who loves motorcycles, was introduced to her. Despite the fact that Chris was tall and unassuming compared to Amy's former life, they clicked right away. Their worlds blended during the years they spent dating. Chris's more subdued interests contrast with Amy's hectic family life. Surrounded by close ones, they exchanged vows in a stunning ceremony on Roloff Farms in 2021. Chris developed as a loving grandfather to Amy's expanding family of grandchildren and a stepfather role to her children. Their union appeared to be perfect. Amy frequently shared pictures of their family get-togethers, romantic date nights, road drives on Chris's Harley, and adventures on Instagram. Amy posted a picture of herself and Chris at a local fair just last month, August 1, 2025, with the caption, "Loving every moment with my best friend, life is good." Nobody realized that tragedy was just around the corner. Chris Merrick, who was born in Idaho in 1962, came into Amy Roloff's life when she was rebuilding after her divorce. He was raised in a close-knit family and loved the outdoors and real estate. He was average in height, but that didn't matter. Their relationship was based on respect and affection. Prior to meeting Amy, Chris was a real estate agent in Portland, helping families find their dream homes. He was a Harley-Davidson enthusiast who loved riding motorcycles and spending time in the outdoors. They first connected at a charity event, where Chris was drawn to Amy's warmth and energy, and she appreciated his steady, calm personality. Their romance grew gradually with Chris. Chris has been Amy's faithful companion, sharing adventures, resolving family conflicts, and celebrating the joys of grandchildren together. Chris has openly discussed how Amy changed his life, saying in a 2023 interview, "Amy brings light wherever she goes." Chris first appeared on Little People, Big World, and quickly won over fans' hearts. He proposed during a romantic getaway, and the two of them were married in a memorable wedding featured on the show in 2021. She has taught me to have faith and face life's obstacles. And giggling. In addition to traveling and throwing family cookouts, they also began a modest side business selling Amy's baked goods at neighborhood markets. It appeared that their bond would never be broken until that tragic day. The morning of August 15, 2025, was lovely. From their home in Hillsboro, Oregon, Amy and Chris had organized a straightforward day excursion to Roloff Farms. As a long-loved tradition, Amy wanted to see how the pumpkin patch preparations were going for the approaching fall season. Ever the helpful husband, Chris was behind the wheel of They bought a 2022 Toyota Highlander, a dependable SUV, because of its safety features and room for grandchildren. Around 9 in the morning, they left their house and stopped at a nearby drive-thru for coffee. Amy shared a brief anecdote on Instagram. "I'm looking forward to spending some quality time with my husband at the farm." Fortunately, the drive down Highway 26 was well known, navigating through beautiful forests and farmlands. Later, witnesses claimed to have seen the couple's car driving steadily at 55 miles per hour, nothing unusual. However, at 10:30 a.m., a catastrophe occurred close to the town of Banks. Preliminary police reports indicate that the engine quickly overheated due to a technical breakdown, most likely an electrical short or a malfunctioning fuel line. While the automobile was still moving, smoke started to billow from under the hood. Chris pulled to the shoulder because he felt something wasn't right, but it was too late. From the engine area, flames shot out and swiftly spread to the dashboard. The picture painted by eyewitnesses is frightening. John Harland, a truck driver behind them, told local news, "I saw smoke, then fire shooting out. The car was slowing down, but the flames were intense. I honked and called 911 immediately." Another witness, Sarah Thompson, who was driving in the opposite lane, said, "It happened so fast. The front of the car was engulfed, and I could see people inside struggling." Inside the vehicle, panic ensued. Chris tried to unbuckle Amy, but the fire had melted parts of the interior, jamming the doors. Amy, seated in the passenger side, was closest to the spreading flames. As the car came to a halt, the fire reached the cabin, igniting Amy's clothing and hair. Parts of her arms, face, and torso were burned in the blaze. Chris managed to kick open his door and drag Amy out, but not before she sustained severe injuries. The fire started small but grew ferocious. Experts later explained that a combination of leaked fuel and hot engine parts created a perfect storm for ignition. The car's movement fanned the flames, turning a potential minor issue into a life-threatening inferno. Amy, trapped in the passenger seat, bore the brunt of it. Witnesses described hearing screams as the fire licked at her side. Chris, in a heroic effort, used his jacket to beat back the flames while pulling her free, but the damage was done. Amy suffered second- and third-degree burns to over 30% of her body. Her right arm, shoulder, cheek, and upper chest were the worst affected. The pain was excruciating, with burns penetrating deep into the skin, damaging nerves and tissue. Chris sustained minor burns to his hands and smoke inhalation, but refused treatment until Amy was safe. First responders arrived within minutes. Firefighters from Washington County Fire District extinguished the blaze, but the Highlander was a total loss, reduced to a charred shell. Paramedics on scene stabilized Amy, administering 4 fluids and pain medication. She was conscious but in shock, muttering prayers and asking about Chris. The couple was rushed to Legacy Emanuel Medical Center in Portland, a Level 1 trauma center known for its burn unit. Upon arrival at the hospital around 11:15 a.m., Amy was immediately taken to the burn ICU. Doctors assessed her injuries. Third-degree burns require skin grafts and carry high risks of infection and organ failure. Her lungs were compromised from smoke inhalation, leading to respiratory distress. She's on a ventilator, sedated to manage pain and receiving antibiotics to prevent sepsis. Chris, by her side, gave a brief statement to the press. "Amy is a fighter. We're trusting in God and the doctors. Please pray for us." Family members rushed to the hospital. Sons Zach and Jeremy, daughter Molly, and even ex-husband Matt. Grandchildren were kept away, but the family united in vigil. Medical experts we've consulted explain the gravity. Burn victims like Amy face a mortality rate of up to 50% for extensive injuries. She's undergone debridement surgery to remove dead tissue and is scheduled for grafts using donor skin. Fluid loss from burns can lead to shock, and pain management is crucial. Amy's dwarfism adds complexities. Her smaller frame means less reserve for fighting infection. As of today, August 20th, 2025, Amy's condition is listed as critical but stable. She's responding to treatment, but doctors warn of a long road. Weeks in ICU, months of rehab, possible scarring and mobility issues. She's fighting death with every breath. Her faith and family fueling her will. The news hit the Roloff family like a thunderbolt. Zach Roloff, Amy's son and fellow LPBW guy, posted on Instagram, "The strongest person I know is my mother. She is now in God's care." His wife Tori posted a picture of Amy with their children with the message, "Heartbroken but hopeful." She thanked everyone for the prayers. "Amy, Grandma, never give up." From out of state, Jeremy Roloff, who is now a podcaster and author, flew in. Molly Roloff, the quieter sibling, has been at the hospital every day organizing meals and assistance, and he told reporters, "This accident reminds us how fragile life is. Mom's spirit is unbreakable." Even despite previous conflicts, Matt Roloff paid fiancée Karen Chandler a visit. "Amy is family, but we have a history together," he said. "We're all rooting for her." Despite being protected, grandchildren including Jackson, Leela, and Bode have sent letters and artwork. A significant factor is the family's faith. Amy has always placed a strong emphasis on her Christian faith, and prayer chains are in place all around the world. Social media has been inundated with support from fans. Thousands of others have shared their experiences of how Amy influenced them using hashtags like Pray for Amy and Amy Strong Trend. The collision is being looked into by Oregon State Police. According to preliminary research, the Toyota Highlander's fuel system has a manufacturing flaw. The Roloffs believed their car was unaffected by the 2024 recall that was issued for comparable cars. Experts believe the leak was caused by a concealed weakness. Since there were no other cars involved, foul play was ruled out. Amy's life was probably spared by Chris's prompt intervention, but there are still unanswered questions. What caused the fire to spread so quickly? Could it have been avoided with regular maintenance? A statement has been released by Toyota. "We regret this occurrence and are completely collaborating. If it is shown that negligence occurred, lawsuits can ensue." This serves as a warning story for proponents of road safety. Fire extinguishers and routine car inspections can help. Amy Roloff's influence extends well beyond the farm. She promoted inclusivity and provided education on dwarfism through LPBW. Her novels emphasize faith and family while sharing recipes and life lessons. She has inspired parents and young people by speaking at conferences. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, her baking business, makes charitable contributions. Amy's tale inspires even those who are in suffering. Supporters remember times when she overcame heartbreaks and surgeries, always recovering. This might be another chapter in her resiliency if she succeeds, which we think she will. The hospital is still where Chris is. According to friends, he is strong despite his grief, clutching Amy's hand and muttering words of support. In a heartwarming exchange, he revealed, "Amy's my everything. We'll get through this together." His motorcycle club organized a fundraiser raising $50,000 for medical bills. Third-degree burns destroy skin layers requiring grafts. Amy's treatment includes hyperbaric oxygen therapy and physical therapy. Success rates vary, but with top care, survival is possible. Scars may remain, but reconstructive surgery helps. Amy's age, 62, is a factor, but her fitness aids recovery. From Australia to Europe, fans send cards and donations. A GoFundMe hit $100,000 in days. Celebrities like dwarfism advocates have chimed in offering support. Amy's fight continues. Updates suggest slight improvement. She's off the ventilator briefly. We end with hope. Amy Roloff, little in stature, giant in spirit, will rise again. More update. Amy Roloff shares special life update and Roloff family reunites at Amy and Chris see adorable pics and Amy Roloff gives Chris Merrick huge gift. I will explain everything. LPBW Roloff son rushed to hospital. Amy by his side. Whether it's the long-running show or social media, fans have followed the Roloff family on Little People Big World for years. One of the Roloff sons reportedly needed to be brought to the hospital as reported recently. A number of viewers saw that Amy Roloff, the matriarch of the family, was present with her son. The 2006 season of the TLC show Little People Big World first aired. The principal characters in the show were the Roloff family. Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob together with Matt and Amy were the original leaders. Zach, Amy, and Matt are all dwarfs. As we see on the show, Amy, and Matt's 2016 divorce came after they were married for 27 years from 1987 to 2016. Amy with Chris Merrick in 2021. After that, fans have recently seen Amy's active family life on social media. The Roloff family's MVP is Amy, according to one fan. An additional commenter elaborated, saying, "She truly is such a wonderful grandma and is always there to help when her family needs her." The article featured a photo of Amy's hospital visit with her son, Jacob, lying in a bed. The caption read, "Yesterday, Jacob arrived to the emergency room after suffering from heat stroke and exhaustion. It was a relief to hear that Jacob is doing well." This is especially true if you work in an agricultural environment or outdoors as part of your employment. "I wanted to spend the night with Martio so I could save up some energy for being a mom the next day. He's starting to feel better, but he's far from fine." Of the 4 children born to Amy and Matt, Jacob George is the youngest. He lives and works on the family farm as mentioned in the post. Isabel Sophia Rock, who is believed to have shared the image, is believed to be his wife. Martio was born to the happy couple in the latter half of 2021. According to US Weekly, Jacob left Little People Big World before any of his siblings. 2025, "I was a part of the show for more than 10 years of my life, and this spring marks 10 years since I received my money from it." He remarked, "I was 18 when I finally got the A's okay to not sign the contract, and after that, I ran away from home partly because I hated reality TV." Many fans have praised Amy for her unwavering support of her family, and after the recent post, some Little People viewers expressed their wish that they would have a friend or family member like her. She has, in my perspective, always been by her kids' side. For that reason, I found it extremely sad when Z&T treated her so coldly for a few seasons. It was simply uncomfortable to watch at times. Her children are quite kind to her, and everything seemed to have improved since then. There is no denying her deservingness. Amy is very beautiful. I love her. Despite everything she has been through with Matt, she has battled to keep her head down and her family together. Amy would give her life for you if you needed her. What can I do to help? She looks amazing, even as a grandmother. Jacob, he could have wanted his mother to be present. Yes, I am aware. And an amazing mother-in-law. She would be my mother or mother-in-law in an ideal world. Despite her imperfections, she is incredibly supportive of her children. Amy Roloff provides a unique report on her life. Fans are naturally curious about the cast members' present activities since the family sitcom Little People Big World left TLC. As stated, Amy Roloff recently shared some significant news regarding her life on social media. So what was she arguing? The lack of TLC cameras in the region is one effect of Little People Big World's termination following season 25. Actors like Annie Roloff, Chris Merrick, and others no longer have to change their lifestyles to fit in with their demanding filming schedules. Now, the cast members of Little People Big World could spend a lot of time on other activities. As a result, for example, Amy has gone back to Michigan to see her father and other relatives. This opens the door to more trips and romantic nights with Chris. Even Amy has been making good use of this extra time. Since Little People Big World is no longer in production, many fans continue to follow the cast members on social media to see what they're up to. Amy Roloff recently shared some significant news with her many online fans. It has been discovered that Amy Roloff is presently busy with her substitute teaching duties. On a recent day, she had to deal with fourth-grade students. The entire class wrote Amy a handwritten note of appreciation. A wonderful day being the substitute teacher for a fourth-grade class today. Amy Roloff posted a short video with her Little People Big World followers, recapping her day, and she thanked them, calling it a sweet gesture that made her day. They were outstanding. Many fans of Little People Big World are happy for Amy Roloff, who seems to have found something worthwhile to do with her time. Her most recent video, which described her day at school, elicited strong comments from viewers. Only one individual left comments like "They are so lucky to have you. My daughter's favorite grade to teach was 5th, and someone else added, "That's incredible that they did that. They love you." Someone. The Roloff family reunites at Amy and Chris's house, and another person added, "I really think it would be incredibly helpful for a lot of kids from different backgrounds to hear your voice read aloud from a series of children's books. It's so warm and friendly and comforting." The most recent claims that have surfaced on social media claim that it was a Christmas family reunion with a Little People Big World theme. The images are self-explanatory. Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick received positive news and encouragement from members of the Roloff family from all across the world when they visited their home. After a while, official news broke that the long-running program Little People Big World was cancelled. Supporters of Little People Big World, however, guessed right away when Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff announced that they would be leaving after season 25. According to a recent informant, Matt Roloff was the only member of the Roloff family who wanted to seed more Little People Big World seasons. The rest of the family is thankful that they no longer have to arrange their lives around a TLC filming schedule. Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick hosted a Christmas reunion for several branches of the Roloff family. As per the latest Little People Big World updates that are in circulation. For many of the cousins, it was a delight to reconnect and spend time together. Amy Roloff even shared a picture of the Roloff spouses, including Tori, Isabel, and Audrey. The fact that the family has been able to put aside their disagreements in order to celebrate Christmas together is something that many Little People watchers find appealing. What is notable about the recent Roloff family Christmas party is that it was hosted by Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick. They are not in the circulating photos of Karen Chandler and Matt Roloff. It seems that the argument between Zach and Matt Roloff is still going strong. However, it's heartening to see the wives and cousins of the Roloff family come together for this special occasion. Even while not all of the fences have been fixed yet, it looks like some are being worked on. And that's all anyone can hope for in the end. Many fans of Little People Big World are pleased that on this specific holiday, several branches of the Roloff family put aside their differences to spend time with the kids and Amy's grandchildren. Chris Merrick receives a large gift from Amy Roloff. Amy Roloff, star of Little People Big World, recently gave her husband Chris Merrick a lavish gift. In order to impress her spouse, what did Amy do differently this time? For all parties concerned, the announcement that Little People Big World will conclude after season 25 has created several opportunities. Many saw it coming when Zach and Tori Roloff announced that they were officially leaving the show. Since the majority of fans believed they would be the ones to continue the show, Zach and Tori's family's departure essentially ended it before any formal confirmation was given. Positively, couples like Chris Murray and Amy Roloff are no longer concerned about scheduling their time together and activities around TLC's filming schedules. They were able to enjoy a wonderful gift that Amy Roloff recently got for Chris Merrick. Amy apparently went out and purchased 2 tickets to a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert because they now have more time to themselves. Amy Roloff shared a short clip from the performance on social media. "My gift to us," Amy said, explaining the event and the special gift she had purchased for Chris Merrick. "Both of us are experiencing Trans-Siberian Orchestra for the first time. It was fantastic. They only have a Christmas performance. Yikes." According to one commentator, "Impressive to say the least, you too. That is a fantastic picture." Another person chimed in. Many viewers of Little People Big World were dubious about Chris Merrick and Amy Roloff's relationship when it first began. The couple has demonstrated time and time again that their love and bond are authentic. Amy and Chris can now live their life without turmoil. And the cameras now that Little People Big World has been officially cancelled. Even though many of the TLC scenarios on the show were inflated for dramatic effect, even while not everyone on the cast is glad the program is ending, fans appreciate seeing how Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick are enjoying the additional time they have. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this.